Hello everyone. My name is Oli and this is
Natalie!
and we want to tell you about our experience of teaching in China and with Maple education overall. And I guess I'll start.
Go on. So, Oli, how did you get here?
Well, that's a good question. Thank you, Natalie. I think I'll start with how it started. It was spring of 2017, chill April evening. I was scrolling through the Work UA offers and I stumbled upon the Maple Education one. And I have sent my resume. Then I've got an interview with Maple Education. And when they approved of me, they started settling the interviews with the Chinese schools. And there was quite a lot of Chinese schools interviewed. It is my personal experience and does not mean that you'll have it the same way. Definitely less than 10, but I think more than 3. You can imagine yourself with the number. But eventually, I've got a call, the destiny call, which said, "Oh well, you were accepted. Don't you want to come to China in 2 weeks?" And of course I said yes. Why shouldn't I have said yes? And yeah, I think I can pretty much say that I'm in China now. You can argue with that, but I'm in China.
That's great. So, what surprises you most in here?
Oh well, climate. Yeah, climate. Because if you can look at me and think about, well, what is the time of the year there right now in this video? And I'll tell you, it's middle of December. And I'm okay, I'm not crazy. It's really hot today, okay? It's so confusing. Winter is so warm, but the cold days are, when they're cold because the humidity here is higher than in Ukraine. When it's even 10 degrees, it's very, very cold. And in summer, it's very, very hot. The south of China is like the extreme territory. You get the most extreme temperatures. So, yeah, get ready. It takes some time to get used to, but you can really enjoy it.
What can you tell us about Chinese medicine?
Oh well, oh boy, we're in for a ride. Chinese medicine. Chinese medicine is basically some grass that they put into a pill. I'm not even sure that those pills are working. You can try it for yourself. Like, you're free to go. Chinese people survive somehow. But what I personally would advise is stacking on Ukrainian medicine. Because when you're used to something, you really don't want to change it. From personal experience, just buy some of that Ukrainian medicine and bring it here. You will not regret it. And if you don't need it, you can just share it with some other Ukrainian teacher.
Great. Okay, and what can you advise for the people who are yet to come here?
Oh yeah, I think I would advise learning some Chinese, because in China, people do not speak English. They simply do not. You come to the shop, you say hello, and you say simple stuff like how much. You say it very simply. They will not understand. They will not even understand when you say hello, because some people have never learned English in their lives, especially the older ones. And just out of some respect, you need to learn some basics. And the most important phrases, I'm going to teach you right now. So listen closely. The 2 most important phrases that I have realized are actually important here in China are 不知道. 不知道. It means I don't know. It's very useful when a Chinese person comes to you and starts speaking Chinese. You can just say, 我不知道. You just say, I don't know what you're talking about. They will understand that you're a confused foreigner. That you are a confused foreigner, and will try to help you out. And the other phrase, which might be more useful, is 不明白. 不明白, which means I don't understand. A disclaimer. I'm not professional in Chinese, so it might be wrong, but Chinese people will understand you anyway, because you're a foreigner.
Okay, thank you, Oli.
Yep.
Hello, Natalie is here.
So Natalie, can you tell me, how do you like the teaching itself here?
Okay, I really like the teaching in here. It is really fun. Kids are really loving. I mean, if you come and you try to be nice and you try to show them that you are open to them, that you're trying to learn their language and that you want to help them to learn, they will open to you and they like, wow, we like you, we love you, we want to spend more time with you. They will come to you on the breaks, they will talk to you, they will like ask tons of questions about you, about your country and stuff. And if they really like you, they will often share their food with you, their candies, they like, okay, take it. And they really like to give hugs. So yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, a very important disclaimer from Oli. Me and Natalie, we are teachers in a public school. So our experience might be very different from what someone in a private school might have.
But still, I mean...
But yeah, we can only talk about what we have actually experienced. So Natalie, can you tell me, how about having some fun?
Well, you can have a lot of fun in here. Schools are very good equipped and they provide a lot of places to go in for sports, like a lot of sport courts. You can play tennis, you can play basketball, football, whatever. You can go running, you can go dancing. They have like dancing clubs, piano clubs or whatever. That's a lot of fun. You can go out. Like the most popular thing in here is KTV. It's like our karaoke and they like love it. You just go, you sing for the whole night or whatever. So yeah, that's a lot of fun.
But Natalie, what if a person is not in a public school and they teach in a small private school? What should they do?
I think if you are teaching in the private school, you should be in the big city. So usually there are a lot of shopping centers and I think you can find other foreigners in there if you are not good in Chinese. So it should be easier for you. Because we are in the small town, in the boarding school, and to get out it's a little bit difficult because you need to take a bus or you need to order a Didi as their taxi, and it's quite expensive, I would say.
Okay, Natalie, and how is traveling? How about traveling?
So to travel in here, it's really easy and it's very cheap. You go to Hong Kong every month, so it's really cool.
Disclaimer, it depends on your visa. End of disclaimer.
Yes, but still, you should go there because I think you will get a business visa, and because of some regulations they've changed, you need to go out of the mainland China every month. So usually we go to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is really nice and beautiful city. I don't know, I just love it. And you can have a lot of fun in there. And it's quite cheap to go. Also, there are a lot of different agencies that provide different trips around the China or even to Japan. So you can take whatever you want.
Wow. And do you have any advice to someone who is just going to teach and doesn't have any previous teaching experience?
Sure. So first, don't be afraid.
Kids feel your fear.
Yes, they do feel it. They will be like, oh my gosh, she is doing something strange. So no, don't be afraid. Kids are okay. Then try to make your lessons interesting, because if you're just trying to teach them like only words and grammar, they will like hate it, honestly. They need some fun. Try to make some games. They love videos and movies, so I try to show them a movie at least once a month. I'm trying to do some games, especially games on the blackboard. They like love to be divided into teams and come to the blackboard and write the word, who is the fastest one, you know, something like that. They really like it. Try to ask them some interesting questions and it should be okay. So don't worry. It should be great.
Such a great advice. Thank you, Natalie. So, just to remind you, the whole thing we said, it's our experience. And your experience might be completely different from ours, but it's just the points to consider. And we hope you liked it, because we had quite a lot of fun recording this video. And
So come up to China and we would like to meet you.
yeah,
More
actually,
Ukrainian.
I'll try to put in the video. I'm not sure how the editing works, but I'll try to edit in our WeChats so you can hit us up. You can actually ask us a little bit. Like, if you have any questions, you can ask us.
Just
And
text us. We will
yeah,
help you.
we are chill with that.
Anytime, yeah.
Like,
Very cool.
you can always ask us. And if you come to China, we can actually meet up, and have like a Ukrainian community.
Show you around, of
Yeah.
course, because we already know some stuff.
Yeah.
Here.
And another note is our experience is completely different because we came here together. It's, as far as I understand, it's something that rarely happens like this, but we were very lucky.
Like very
And-
lucky.
Yeah, and we want to say thank you to Maple Education
Yes.
for giving us this opportunity even.
And for all the support, like
Yeah.
you need something, you text
Special
them.
thanks to Jacelyn and Rachel
Oh,
because
yes.
they're the savers
24
here.
per 7.
No, 24/7. No 24/7. Give some respect, woman. But they are really
Helpful.
when you come here, you can really they'll have.
So don't worry.
Yeah.
Just don't worry. It will be
So
fine.
good luck and maybe
Bye-bye.
see you in China.
Bye.